it's indeed our pleasure to be inviting now the real as well as real life Jimmy Mohinder Amarnath, former Indian cricketer, is now with us, and also Saqib Salim, who plays Mohinder Amarnath in the movie 83. So the real stars of 83 on the screen right now. Mr. Amarnath, let me begin with you first. I'm sure you must have seen the movie. You must have guided these players also through the course of the movie. Have they done a great job of representing what 1983 meant for you?
Yeah, I think it wasn't an easy job for them, but I'm really proud of each and every member, each and every actor who has really done his job exceptionally well. And I did spend a lot of time with Saqib before the real shoot started. And I think he's done a wonderful job. He's a fantastic actor. And I thought I was watching myself on the big screen when he was doing the acting, the way he was talking, the way he was playing. Everything was perfect.
Saqib, that's real life praise coming from your real life character who says that he felt he saw himself in your acting. I was just reading, you even had to lose a lot of weight to be as fit as
14 kgs. 14 kgs, brother.
14 kgs. Okay.
I was 88 kgs when I signed the film, and I was 74 when I started shooting. But it's just been a dream to be a part of this film, to play a legend, a living legend like Mohinder Amarnath. And he may seem a very simple guy, but he's not as simple to play. He's not as simple to play. And I remember all the time that I got to spend with him before the film began. I would keep picking his brains as to what his mental state was, what would he do when he was facing Michael Holding, Joel Gardner, all those bowlers. And he looked at me one day and he's like, "Beta, itna sochne jata na to ball nikal jati." So all you got to do is do the basics right, work on your cricket, work on your athletic, be more athletic.
No, but then Saqib,
like
as an actor, what all did you have to, apart from losing weight, of course, and be as fit as Jimmy, what else did you have to do in terms of picking up the batting style, the body language? What all did you do?
For me, it was the most important thing was to get the calm that Mr. Jimmy Amarnath has. Like, I'm a very hyper person in life. And here's a man who's so calm, you really don't realize what's going on in his head when he's facing those bowlers. So I started meditating to begin with. I'm like, okay, I need to become a calmer human in life. And I've said this before, and I'll say it again in this interview, that I think playing Jimmy Amarnath has made me a better person. It's brought discipline into my life. It's brought focus into my life. I'm a person who's all over the place here. I want to be in 10 places at one time. And here's a guy who's just focusing on one thing at one time. So to play Jimmy Amarnath, I think I had to become a better person. And that journey was far more difficult for me.
Mohinder Amarnath ji, I mean, you have inspired an actor to be you, and he's showering praises. I want to know from you what your experience of coaching, mentoring these actors in real life was like. You also played actor in the movie.
Oh, this is his second film. We've done 2 films together.
Yes, I'm aware.
So, as in 2016, we did our first film.
Saqib ने बोला है कि thank you for your kind words, Saqib, and मुझे खुशी है. आप तो वैसे भी अच्छे इंसान हैं, तो और अच्छे इंसान बन जाएंगे.
सर, आप बहुत अच्छे हैं. Problem ये है, आप बहुत अच्छे हैं.
नहीं, actually, like I always believed one thing in life, and I still believe you can do one thing at a time. You can plan 10, but I think once you're in the midst of something, doing that particular thing, I think आपका mind वहीं focus हो जाता है automatically. And it's not that कि like we were totally sadhu sant log the, हम लोग 83 वाले. We all used to have a lot of fun. And,
I'm sure you did. And Mr. Amarnath, has that been represented in the movie? Is there a quirky side for people like me who haven't seen the movie so far, by the way? Is there something quirky that I should look forward to?
Yeah, I think a little bit is there, and I think that's the way I think cricketers are, or the sportsmen are. I think when you're in the middle of the game or you're playing a big game, you're totally concentrating and talk about the game, whether it was a good day. And we always live for today kind of a motto, and I think that worked very well in 1983. Coming back to like spending time with Saqib, I think it was a wonderful time. I did spend a few days with him and coaching him, telling him how to go about it, my bowling action, the run up and all that thing. So they're not very simple, very easy, you know, कि जब आप किसी copy करते हैं, तो I think it's a very difficult thing to do. But I must say he's a good student and so.
No, the entire team, Mr. Mohinder Amarnath, what is your assessment of the, for instance, we were speaking to Ranveer Singh, who played Kapil Dev. He said, batting though is, I love batting, so I was able to imitate Kapil Dev. It's the bowling action where I had a horrible time. So what has your equation been? Was he able to imitate your batting better or bowling?
I think both, I would put it that way. I think he done it wonderfully. And batting, probably, I think I would give a little bit upper hand over here. I think he copied my stance and the way he was playing all those shots. It's not easy, you know, like for a person who has played cricket but who hasn't played cricket for years. And here you're in front of a camera, you're trying to, you know, like copy somebody who had already done it and who had played cricket all his life.
Jimmy sir, I want to ask you, did that ever happen during the course of the shooting where you had to tell Saqib maybe during the shot or after the shot, maybe you should improve here a little, swing the bat a little more, do this, do that.
I have something to add to that.
Saqib wants to come in. Come on, I can't have a goody-goody interview. I need something.
There was once we were training, right? We were training for about close to 6-7 months for the film. And I remember Balwinder Singh Sandhu was a coach of the team and he would keep telling us that Jimmy aise karta tha, Kapil aise karta tha, Yashpal aisa tha. So we would keep listening to him, keep watching the videos. And we were 3 months into training is when Jimmy sir came down to Bombay and he decided to come train. And I was very excited. I had been training for 3 months. I thought I had cracked it, right? I knew how to run in like Jimmy or bat like Jimmy. And then suddenly he comes to the training ground and he's like, "Ye kya kar raha hai?" मैं ऐसा नहीं था. And I got so damn confused. I'm like, 3 months I've been doing this. My body got used to it. मैं ऐसा नहीं था. And I just straight looked at Balwinder Singh Sandhu. I'm like, sir, ye kya hai? And Balwinder Singh Sandhu still treats Jimmy sir as his senior from the team. So he just put his head down saying, I don't know, whatever Jimmy's saying is right. And then we had to redo it again. And sir spent that 10 days with me, making sure that every step of the run-up was correct. I've just been blessed.
Is it true, Mr. Mohinder Amarnath, that there was a lucky red handkerchief which you used to carry? And is this detail there in the movie?
Tell us a little about that handkerchief. There. Yes. And see, Mohinder Amarnath without red handkerchief is not complete, you know. Like,
why red?
And so it was, I think, you know, like it was more or less my favorite color. It was my dad's favorite color because I heard a lot of stories about my dad and
he's still wearing red.
To try to emulate him, you know, in whatever way I could. And I remember like when I reached Dharamshala when they're having a small camp over there, and I landed in the evening after a long flight from Bombay via Delhi. So मैं अपना dining room में गया, I was, you know, sitting there. Then suddenly I see, you know, like Saqib running, rushing to the dining room. And immediately, you know, like as a kid, you know, like 14 years old kid, you know, like he wants to know everything in one go. And so बातें बोलते कि इसे कि सर मैं बैट लेके आ जाऊं. मैंने कहा ले आओ भाई, बैट भी ले आओ भी क्या, मैं आपको अपना स्टांस दिखाना चाहता हूं. So he was very keen. He wanted to perfect everything, you know, 1 minute में ही सब कुछ जितना भी वक्त मिले. So I think that was wonderful, you know, like he wanted to learn everything. He wanted to not to miss anything, you know, that's the way he wanted to
Saqib, tell me himself. Something. There's a friend of mine who's watching this interview and wants me to ask you this question. He says that he has watched the movie, I haven't. And he says that the character of Jimmy Amarnath is shown to be very scared of his father. Is that a detail? What did you learn about this detail? Is this a real life story? I'll ask Mr. Amarnath also. Yeah.
So as how the script went, in the script also, Lala Amarnath, and it's true also that he had a great influence on the team. He was the first Indian captain to score a century, and so the influence on the team was immense. And how Jimmy Amarnath's character in the film is that he's the big brother to the team. If anybody in the team has an issue, he's going to sort it. He has got everything under control. But as soon as Lala Amarnath's phone rang, he became a 14-year-old kid. And he still wanted to prove to his father that he's good enough to be in the Indian team. He's good enough to be an Amarnath. And I think that is very true. And it also comes in my life, because I am still very scared of my father. I was very nervous how he would react after watching this film. So I could just take that thing from my real life and put it on real life, and it helps. It helps if you can
did that red
draw
handkerchief
parallel
work
in your
for you
life.
as a lucky charm, Saqib?
Sorry?
Did the red handkerchief work for you as a lucky charm?
I have it close to my heart. Jimmy sir gave me a red handkerchief after he saw the film. So I think that's the greatest validation I've ever gotten in life.
Wow.
And I never thought, that's the most real moment I think I've had in my life. After the screening, when I was looking at him, I had tears in my eyes, and he just took out that red handkerchief and put it in my pocket and said, "Tune aaj mujhe 10 saal jawan kar diya." So for me,
only 10?
Whatever any review says, whatever box office says, I've got my award, I've got my award.
Lovely. This sounds so good, no, Mr. Mohinder Amarnath, for you to have inspired.
Yeah, I'm happy actually. I'm happy for him. And as Saqib mentioned earlier, that I had done an earlier movie with him, and my role was very small, and I was a coach in that film. And but I think it was a different thing. It was about the World Cup. It was about the World Cup preparation, and you had to get everything right and in a proper way. So when you're copying somebody, it's not that easy, honestly, really, and especially the run-up, because you have your own style, your own way of walking, own mindset, and when you play cricket, you have your own stance, you have your grip. A lot of things you have to change.
True.
So it's wonderful actually to see him on screen, doing everything perfect, and even his, I think, face expressions and the way he used to smile and all that. And all those things were wonderful. And
that was the most difficult part, something to smile like Jimmy. To smile, because Jimmy has this smile.
So many stories around this movie and the original 1983 victory. But thank you so much, Mohinder Amarnath, as well as Saqib Salim, for joining us. And I promise you, all of us here at NDTV are going to watch this movie and thoroughly enjoy it like all the others have. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sanket. Thank you.